Hey guys, well, good afternoon. It's Sunday the 13th, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Steve. This is the Little Wood Shop, and this is part of our video segment that goes with our Sunday evening blog. Well, we had given you guys a shout out about a month ago. I told you I was going to release 4 packages, 4 game packages, okay? Different board games. We've already released a Wahoo board, we released a dice game board, and this week we are releasing a Quarto game board. We'll get to that in just a second though. Okay, the reason I'm giving these away is I was hoping that my fellow craftsmen, CNC enthusiasts, woodworkers, I was hoping that you guys could make use of these packages, or anything else for that matter that we have. You can put something together and maybe either donate it to a child or a children's charity to help the kids out come this Christmas, because there are a lot of folks who are going to be struggling this year, okay? Alright, well with that said, we're going to get on to the game. Well, this was a rather enjoyable project to do. The game of Quarto is, to me, it's kind of like a Connect 4 with a lot of the strategy that you would use in the game of chess. So it's probably not meant for a 3 or a 4-year-old child, although a little bit of an older kid could most certainly play this. And I think it'll make a really nice gift, okay? To give you guys a little detail here, and I even got a new pair of close to 50 glasses, so. Alright. The game of Quarto, it's a 2-person game. It was invented by a Swiss mathematician, Blaise Muller, in 1991. Okay? So this is a relatively new game, and what it is a game of just wooden pieces. This particular game, I use round and square pieces, okay? Now, for every one piece that you make an identical one, and you color it. Well, in this case, I kept one of the game pieces natural, and I put the other one in a dark ebony stain or a black walnut, whatever we had kicking around. You know, and that's the other thing. You know, all these projects that I put together for you guys, this is all scrap material. This one has 8 tall pieces, 8 short pieces. We are, however, going to give you guys an attached video. I found a really, really clear-spoken gentleman. It's 2.5, 3 minutes. He'll explain the rules, but basically, you'll take all your pieces off the board, set them aside, and let's say I chose to play the clear wood finish and somebody played the black walnut, okay? Well, I would be picking my opponent's pieces up for him to lay and vice versa. You don't lay your own pieces. Your opponent picks the piece that he wants you to lay, and ultimately what you try to do is you try to connect 4 pieces with similar characteristics, either vertically, horizontally, or diagonally, okay? 4 pieces that were all round would work, regardless of heights. 4 square pieces, regardless of heights. Some of these on the top, you will see that there are holes, okay? This is what differentiates the pieces. And to go a little bit further there, the characteristics are color, size, shape, and the holes that are drilled into the top, okay? This was literally made out of, seriously, just scrap material that was laying around, much like the Wahoo board. I had a couple extra pieces of oak kicking about. What was nice as far as the tooling that was involved, there were 2 tools, okay? I put a 90-degree bevel. I put a 90-degree V-bit to put a border around these 16 little pocketed out tool paths, okay, that create the circles where the game pieces actually sit. Like I said, it's kind of like a strategy of chess, but you've got to get 4 of them, vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. The outer rim was nothing more than a piece of ripped down 1/2-inch maple, 1 inch thick, or whatever the thickness of the board is. It's 3/4 or an inch. We mitered the corners and we shot a nice maple border around it, and we painted the bevel red. Really pretty simple. The back I will felt, as I will my other game boards. I haven't gotten around to getting the felt yet, okay? All that you need for this You need some type of round stock. Well, I so happen to have a pine curtain dowel. This is 1 1/4 inches in diameter. Okay. I think a 24 to 30 inch piece would be more than enough. You basically need for your tall pieces. Okay. You need 4 rounds, whatever diameter you decide to go with. Okay. You need 4 of them that are 3 inches tall for your rounds, and then you need 4 rounds that are cut 2 inches tall. Okay? Now, for every one piece that you make, okay, you make an identical one. You've got, like I said, you've got a solid 4-inch here. It's got no hole, it's solid. Well, you'd also make a second one, 4-inch tall, that's solid. And you can make these any color. I just kept them as natural as I could, a natural and a black walnut, okay? You do the same thing with your smalls. You'll cut them down 2 inches. You'll have one that'll be clear with a hole, one that'll be clear but solid without a hole. Same thing with your darker color. Maybe you want to do them red and blue or pink and orange, whatever. Okay, it's your game by all means. Same thing with the squares. Now with the square stock, I basically had a scrap piece of 1 inch, 1x6 rough cut, I don't know, 24, 30 inch long piece of maple. Ran it through my planer. Got it down to 1 inch, ran it through my table saw, and then I made my square pieces. Again, one will be solid, one will have a hole on it. Okay, just like the clear ones, one will be solid, one will have a hole on it. Okay. Now there are as many designs for these out there as you can shake a stick at. Gameplay is pretty simple. I've seen guys make these really in depth where they actually become a focal point, maybe on your coffee table or, I don't know, someplace in your home. You know, it's kind of an architectural piece. Now, I'm going to be actually building a couple more of these. Well, what I'm going to do is I've got some scrap mahogany. I mean, this is dark, dense. It'll look really nice, though, when it's hit with a little bit of gloss sealer. And we've got another piece of maple here, you know, with some nice grain lines to it. So we're going to make another board, but because this is 3/4, what I'm going to end up doing is I'll probably get a smaller dowel. I'll get a 3/4 inch dowel. And the holes on this particular board are set up at 1.5 inches for your pocketing tool path, all right? Which coincidentally, you get your 3 boards, you get the template, you get the square one, just like this one. It's up to you if you want to put a fancy edge on it or maybe some type of molding. That's, once again, it's all up to you. And I'll have to just buy a piece of 3/4 inch dowel, and I'll only need like a 2-foot piece to make all my parts, because the parts again are only 3.5 inches for the talls and 2 inches for the shorts. Okay, total of 8 and 8. All right. The blog will go into a little bit more detail, but I just wanted to show you guys this game board. We will have a link going to the rules, and I hope you guys can build one of these. I've never played it, that's why I'm going to include the rules, okay? I'm still a little spotty on them, but it looks like a lot of fun. And because I'm looking at a above average snowfall this year, I'm going to probably be inside a lot this winter, and I get to play some games like this with the missus, alright? Well, for you guys following us, supporting us right now, guys, thank you so very, very much. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know, alright? And as far as any of you guys, if you get a chance, could you please mill one of these? Donate it to a little person, little fella, little miss. I'm sure that they'd appreciate something under the tree this year. I'd really appreciate it if you could do that for me, alright guys? Again, you guys are awesome. We'll have our 4th game board coming up. If there's something in particular you'd like to see, send me an email, steve@littlewooodshop.com, or you can hit us through social media, Facebook, Google+, Twitter. Look us up on the funny pages, okay? Alright guys. As always, you're awesome. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.